The clock is ticking. What are you waiting for? Are you wasting your life and calling it waiting for the right time? Because here is the truth. There is no perfect time. There is just now, and you are either using it or losing it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, damn, how did they get so far ahead? And then told yourself, one day I will start too. Yeah, that was me for years. I kept saying I will start tomorrow, next week, next year. But the only thing that really changed was the calendar. Then one day I had a wake-up call. A thought hit me so hard it made my stomach turn. What if my someday never comes? What if all I'm left with is a regret over things I never even tried? And that's when I realized the biggest killer of dreams isn't failure, it's waiting. Look, this video isn't some fluffy motivational hype. I am not here to scream at you like some gym coach on energy drinks. I am here to show you something real. Something that can shift your mindset in the next few minutes, if you let it. Because once you understand this one thing about time, you won't look at your days the same way again. So let's talk about time. Not the hours on a clock, not the dates on a calendar, but the invisible currency you spend every single second you are alive. Here is the deal, you get 86,400 seconds every day. That's it. No one gets more, no one gets less. Not Elon Musk, not your favorite athlete, not your biggest inspiration. Same seconds. The only difference? What you do with them. Now, imagine this. Every morning you wake up, there is $86,400 in your bank account. But there is a catch. You have to spend it all by midnight. No saving, no rollover. What would you do? Would you blow it on useless stuff? Or would you invest it into something that actually builds your future? That's exactly how time works. But while money can be replaced, time can't. Scroll too long? It's gone. Overthink a decision? Gone. Wait for a motivation that never comes? Gone. And here is the part that hurts. Most people don't even notice it disappearing until it's too late. Now you might be thinking, but I am not just ready yet, now is not a good time. Let me stop you right there. That thought, that excuse, it's a lie your brain tells you to keep you safe. Because starting is scary. What if you fail? What if people judge you? What if you realize you are not as good as you thought? But let me flip that for you. What if you succeed? What if you change your life? What if you look back in a year and barely recognize the person you used to be? I know it's easy to stay stuck, to watch one more video, to scroll through a few more TikToks, to say just one more episode. But every time you do, you are choosing comfort over growth. Let's be honest. If comfort made us happy, we would all be glowing by now. But we are not. We are anxious, tired, disconnected, and deep down we know we are meant for more. So, why do we wait? Because deep down we believe we will have more time, more energy, more clarity, but that's not how it works. One day turns into 1 week turns into 1 year, and suddenly you are wondering where your 20s went, or your 30s, or your life. Look, I'm not saying quit your job and move to Bali. I am saying take the first step. Start the thing you have been thinking about for months, that side project, that business, that book, that fitness journey. You don't need to have it all figured out, you just need to start. You know what is right? Some of the most successful people in the world had no clue what they were doing when they started. They just decided to move, while the rest of the world kept planning, perfecting, preparing. They were out learning by doing. Because perfection is the enemy of progress, and clarity doesn't come before action. It comes from action. You don't get motivation first and then take action. You take action and then motivation shows up like, oh, you actually mean business now? But here is something you need to understand. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's fear dressed up in comfortable clothes, fear of messing up, fear of wasting time, but the real waste, not starting at all. Because the truth is, you will mess up, you will fail, you will feel awkward, uncertain, maybe even embarrassed, and that's okay. Because growth never feels like success when it's happening. It feels like struggle, like frustration, like I have no idea what I am doing. That's how you know it's working. Think about it. The gym doesn't feel good while you are lifting. Reading doesn't always feel productive while you are doing it. But the results, the confidence, the clarity, the strength, that's the reward for showing up. You didn't feel like it. Let me ask you this. Who do you want to be a year from now? You probably have a version of yourself in your head. Stronger, smarter, more confident, more fulfilled, cool. Now ask yourself, what would that version of you do today? Would they scroll for 3 hours? Or would they write the first page of that idea they have been holding onto? Would they skip their workout again? Or would they show up even if it's just for 10 minutes? Here is the most powerful truth I can give you. Every day you are voting for the person you became, not with your words, not with your dreams, but with your actions. So if you want change, stop waiting for the stars to align. They won't. There is no perfect mood, no perfect plan, just you and the clock that won't stop ticking. And that's the challenge I leave you with today. Do one thing today your future self will thank you for. That's it. Because when you do, something shifts. You prove to yourself you can change, and once you believe that, everything becomes possible. Let's be real, you don't need more motivation, you need movement. So stop waiting, write the idea, send a message, book the class, record the video, take the damn step. Because time is not your enemy, it's your most valuable partner and the only one that never stops working. So ask yourself, what are you going to do with the seconds you have got left today?